Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me traveling to Chicago for work. I'm excited for this video because usually when I do work videos, it's literally just view from the plane and then my hotel room and then me leaving. And I hate that. I want to show more of like where I'm going. Sometimes I get to go out and show you things, but I want to make sure that I'm capturing like the essence of where I'm going. So I have that new setup for the car where I can now film the scenery. So I'm hoping that I can get out and about in Chicago and show you some more of the scenery. I am not staying in the hotel where the conference is for this trip, and so I will have to drive every day through downtown Chicago. So there should be some really good shots of Chicago, at least downtown where I'll be. Right now, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm finishing up, I was going to show you this. I'm finishing up, we've come full circle, this. I'm about to export it and set it to upload. It's done, it's ready to go, I just have to set it to upload to YouTube. That is Friday's video, so you will have just watched that already by the time you're seeing this. And it probably is the following Tuesday if you're watching this when it goes live. So this video has already been out for 3 days at this point by the time you're seeing me talking about this, but I have not even uploaded it yet. Anyway, so I'm leaving soon. I have to drive to the airport and get on a plane that leaves at like 2:30 in the afternoon. So I will see you from the airport. I will see you from the plane. I'll see you from somewhere. Well, hello, I have made it to the airport. I feel like the footage you just watched of me like pulling in and parking was so much more impressive than you'll ever know, because it usually takes like 20 minutes going up and down every single aisle at the airport to get a parking space. And I always try to park strategically near the first bus stop. So like when I come home and the shuttle bus brings us to this parking lot, like I'm the first stop. I do that on purpose. I try my hardest to be at the beginning of the route to just like hurry up and get home. So I have parked right near the first bus stop. So yay. I'm going to pack up this thing with me for the car. And I think it's gonna fit in my simplified pouch in my backpack. So I have high hopes that we'll get really cool footage in Chicago, like what you just saw me driving here to the airport. So, but anyway, let's go. I'm ready to get into the airport and get through security so that I know I'm good for my flight. So I'm gonna skedaddle in and I'll see you in a little bit. welcome to Chicago. You probably just saw me driving through Chicago, and now I am in my room. I got in last night. Didn't film the room last night, was so tired, unpacked, took a shower, and went to bed. Now I'm getting a call from Chad, so let me talk to Chad for a little bit and I'll come back and show you the room. Okay, so off the phone with Chad. I am staying at the Crown Plaza this time, and so that's a different one than we usually look at. I will say it has things that other hotels have. I mean, it is missing things that other hotels have that I appreciate. So when you first walk in, right here is, you know, always the coat closet they always have. I'm keeping my laundry in here and those bags there. Just a closet, nothing special. Bathroom, it has these on the wall for washing. However, I did not like them at the last hotels I stayed at, so I am back to bringing my own. They also have these, which I mistakenly decided to use, and now my hands smell like a cheap hooker. So I have all my stuff set out. Usually I film when the room is empty, so you're getting the treat of seeing all of my crap. But yeah, so this is the only mirror in the room. Usually there's either one like right across from the bathroom or right here. I did look behind the door. No, it is just a wall. That is the only mirror, which I don't like for doing makeup up close. Now has a mini fridge. There's my trash piling up. Mini fridge and double beds, like always. I brought my possum things this time because I'm staying longer, and I was going to be bringing the larger suitcase anyway because of the clothes. And so I was able to roll this up. It's really thin, but I was able to roll it up and bring it with me this time. And I have to say, the comfort of having it, I slept like a baby. I actually don't really understand that phrase because babies sleep terribly, but that's the saying, so you get what I mean. Here's the nightstand. It's a nightstand. Been reading a little bit more of my book. I'm almost done with it. I'm well into part 2 of the book. I probably will finish this probably in March for sure. Okay, this chair is the most exotic chair we've seen yet. Usually it's just like a regular small chair, usually with a footstool. Though the footstools I've noticed are disappearing from rooms. But they have this like daybed chair. Here's where I'm working from. This has a mirror, which is interesting, but I'm not going to use it. Not in that way. This is where I'm working from. I would like to point out that I put the clear cover on my planner to protect it, because I have learned over the years that her little gold accents chip away as you carry it in your bag over time. So now the coolest part of this room is the fact that I have a balcony, which I did not expect. It's kind of windy and loud. I apologize in advance. But yeah, I get this like it's a long way down. I'm on the 10th floor. There's always so much traffic. Like ever since I got here, every time I come out here, there's a lot of traffic over there. I feel like it's louder today than it was yesterday. Ooh, it's cold today. It was warmer yesterday. Today is cold. I've been watching the Weather Channel. I'm going to show you whenever they finally get to the clip of it. But they are saying that there is like a torcon of like 3 near this area today. I don't really expect a tornado in downtown Chicago, but they're saying that there's going to be something going on because there's a blizzard right to the north of here. And they're even calling for snow overnight. If you can see, it's going to rain, thunderstorms, and then overnight there's going to be snow, and they're saying it's going to be like 1 to 3 inches of snow tomorrow morning when I get up. So, I don't know. Winter alerts. Yeah, see, there's the blizzard, right? So it's like going to the north of Chicago. It's going over us. So there's not really any warnings. This is the wind. They're calling for a lot of wind. But like, Chicago's windy anyway. I hear people in the hallway. It took like all morning into the afternoon almost, but this is finally green. So I've got my 2 charged extra batteries and I'm good to go. I am all ready for my first day at the conference. I'm going to register today. Have, I think, 1 talk this afternoon, and then there's like a cocktail reception. I'm not going to drink, but I will drink mocktail juice because I'm driving. But I am about to leave and go and park. The place where I park my car for the conference is like right next to, it's called Cloud Gate, but it's basically like a big shiny peanut that I guess is like popular for Chicago. So we're gonna go and check that out. I'm gonna meet up with one of my coworkers. She's already down walking by the river, and we're gonna grab something to eat together and then go to the conference. So I probably will put music over everything you see from here on out until I talk to you again. So enjoy the scenery, and I'll see you later. This store right here that has souvenirs, and I got stuff for the kids, but now it's pouring rain, so I have to run to get to the conference where I'm going. finished getting ready. I have gotten dressed for the day, but I have not done my hair and makeup, so pardon me. But it is still snowing out, like pretty crazy, so I thought I'd show it to you really quick. It looks so blue, although it kind of really does look blue out. If I had to guesstimate, there's maybe an inch or two on the ground. Probably an inch. It's not that bad. It's really cold though. I'm gonna have to really bundle up today. Hello. So, let's chat while I get ready. It is like almost 7 a.m. in Chicago time. And I'm getting picked up at 8:20. And today I have gotten an Uber. Even though I have a rental car, first of all, I feel better about it with all that snow. I don't feel like driving in it. I'm sure I'd be fine driving in it. I just don't feel like it. But I also just feel like it's too expensive. It's like $54 a day to park at this hotel, which is insane. You should just be able to park because you rented a room. But no, they charge you for parking an insane amount of money. And I knew that like getting a rental car in the city was like, you know, you'd have to pay for parking, but I hadn't done it in a long time, and like this is like way more money than it was last time I did it. Last time I did it, I think it was like $20 a day, and that seemed excessive. But so that's already how much it costs like to be here at the hotel. And then yesterday I drove to the convention center and it was $51 for 7 hours in the parking garage near the convention center. That's $105 for one day of parking a car and not using it. That's lesson learned, I suppose, there. So today I'm getting an Uber because it's only $17 one way to get dropped off, so I can go from door to door. I don't have to park and then walk a whole block away in the snow, and I don't have to drive in the snow. And I'll do the same thing when I leave the convention and I want to go back here to the hotel. I'll get another Uber and I'll come back and I'll get picked up right at the door and I'll get dropped off right at the door. No more parking in garages and walking to and fro. Tomorrow is the day I leave, so tomorrow I have to check out and I'll have to drive again to the convention. The convention's only from 8 to 1. It's only 5 hours tomorrow. Well, actually, to be honest, it's really 9 to 1 because 8 to 9 is just like coffee hour. But yeah, it's only like 9 to 1 for stuff, and part of that like includes, I think, like lunch. But after that, I'm gonna head to the airport. So, but it's not gonna be snowy tomorrow, and it'll be a little bit warmer too tomorrow, so I'll have to park again tomorrow, but today we're Ubering. Anyway, you get the picture. So today's gonna be a really, really long day though. To be honest, like, I'm not looking forward to how long the day is gonna be. I'm like happy to like go and do all of the things, you know, for the expo, but there we go. Oh, how does that look? My hair. The older I get, the more I don't want to have long hair. It just is so much to deal with. It's so much. Can you see the back? I love my bows. I brought a black one and I brought a white one. I wanted to try to wear the white one today, but I don't think it's quite right because my outfit is overwhelmingly black and this is more like a tan color in real life. So I gotta do my makeup. Hello, I have just gotten ready for the most part. Now I'm just trying to pack up my bag for the day. Yesterday it was way too heavy. I brought like a gigantic bottle of water, which was necessary because there were so many waters and things at the convention, which has not been the case at previous conventions, so this was nice. But I bought like a 6-pack of Fiji waters that I now don't really need. I might bring them and drink, I might bring 2 and drink those today instead of their water just because I paid for it. And I want to drink it up, but I'm not going to bring my giant water bottle. Okay, I think I'm pretty good and I've got most everything that I want to bring. I would like to pick up the room a little bit because I'm going to be back so late tonight. I'm not going to really feel like doing it later when I get back. I've got to let my phone charge back up a little bit because I sort of used up some of the battery watching the Weather Channel on it on my Spectrum app. It is still snowing because the cable is out here. Can you see that up there? I don't know if you can see it. It's still snowing. Yes, the cable will not work. It was on at 3 o'clock in the morning when I got up to use the restroom, and then at 5:15 when my alarm went off, the TV was black, and I'm like, okay. So like I tried to turn it back on, and when I put on the channel for the Weather Channel, it said not available. Yeah, so, and then also yesterday I found a souvenir shop when I was walking around in Chicago, and I got a couple souvenirs for the kids. I could show those to you really quick since the video will not come out before they get them, so I won't be giving away any spoilers or anything. My possum stuff off the bed. They come today. They'll freshen up and like remake the bed with fresh sheets or something. I can just imagine it now when the cleaning lady comes to my room and she sees like this possum and blanket. She's gonna be like, what is this? Like, what in the world? But anyway, okay, so I think I got the room looking pretty good. Here's my giant water bottle that I did not drink hardly anything out of yesterday. So I probably should have just done it just to use it up because I filled it with one of my Fiji waters. Can you see me? Maybe I just need to set you further back. Yes. Haha. I don't really like this angle of myself, but I wonder how long this video is going to be. It's probably going to be like 35 minutes long because I'm really going to town to talking to you guys during this trip. But anyway, I brought, this is actually Tums in here that I brought from home. Haven't had to take one. Not one. I'm beginning to think my honey waters are giving me my heartburn because I haven't needed it. Either that or I'm losing weight. And I don't have heartburn anymore because of that, but I don't think that's it. But let's take our vitamin. You know what is exciting is tomorrow morning at this time, I'm going to be packing everything up because I leave tomorrow and I get to go home. So that's really exciting. So it's currently 7:30. Yeah, it's currently 7:30 and my Uber comes at 8:20 a.m. and it'll take 15 minutes in good weather to get where I'm going, but it might be like 20 minutes in the snow. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking out there. The cars are moving pretty well. the roads must have been salted. They just look wet. There's no snow. They are much more equipped here than South Carolina. If South Carolina got 2 inches of snow, the whole conference would be canceled, and they'd just be like, see you next year, because no one would leave their house. School would be canceled. It would be a big deal. But anyway, so let's see if we can get the TV to work yet. Look. We want channel 16 for weather. See, it says weather, no signal. The cable is out from 2 inches of snow, apparently. Well, anyway, that's why I was watching it on my phone, but it kind of ate up my battery. It dropped down all the way to 88% from 100 from just doing that, and I'm not gonna have a chance to charge my phone for the entire day. And when I say the entire day, I mean the entire day. There is something going on from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. 13 hours of activities. I'm like disassociating just thinking about it. I brought my notepad, my small one, I might add. I kind of wish I had my bigger one. But I'm going to take notes because apparently after every like conference that you go to now for work, you have to write something up like, what was the takeaway from it? What did you learn? What networking did you do? Those kind of things, which I might want to jot down in my notebook today, the people I spoke to yesterday. Maybe I'll do that. I'll spend some time this morning at the conference, like jotting down people's names and what we talked about. I probably should have done that last night, but I was so tired. My feet hurt yesterday. It was like so much standing. Anyway, this is going on forever. Nobody wants to listen to me ramble about this. No one cares. Anyway, I probably will not film anything. Probably the whole time I'm there. I got those few shots yesterday inside the building. It's very pretty, but I doubt I'll film anything today. So I'll probably come back to the room and pass out. I don't know if I'll even speak to you until tomorrow morning when I'm leaving. And then I need to do the rental car tour because I never even did that. So I just got my morning text from Chad. He's at work and he likes to chat with me throughout the day whenever he gets a chance. So I'm gonna talk to him for a minute and then I'm gonna go have breakfast and then I'm gonna wait for my Uber. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. Good morning. I have not even gotten ready yet or anything. Let me turn the TV down. The TV's back on, by the way. Yay, cable was back. When I got in yesterday, well, last night. Yesterday was a really long day. I think I told you that already. I got like a little clip of the sky view from the dinner, so I can put that in right here and you can see Lake Michigan in the distance down the street. It's very pretty. And then you'll see the bean, they call it. I was calling it a peanut. Apparently they call it the bean. Cloud Gate, with the backdrop of the city behind it. Last night, one of the women who did a talk that I really enjoyed fell down the stairs. There's these spiral stairs where I was that are kind of almost like marble, and she fell down the stairs and hurt herself pretty badly on her leg, and so an ambulance had to come and get her and everything. And I really enjoyed her talk. I mean, not that anybody obviously deserves to get hurt or fall down the stairs, but it was really sad at the end of the evening. And I took my Uber back to the room and I talked to Chad on the phone. I didn't even take a shower. I just got in pajamas and got into bed and like just tried to go to sleep. had a hard time sleeping last night because I'm so excited to go home today. I'm so ready to go home today. I feel like I've been here for like 3 weeks, and it's really been like 3.5 days. But I think yesterday was just such a long day, and it was so much sitting. The chair, it was like comfy when you first sit in it, but after a while it was just like, I can't sit in this chair anymore. So today is gonna be like half a day from like 9 to 1 or something like that, 9 to 12. It's very short. And then I want to tell you a very quick story about my experience with Uber last night. So I'm okay, like it's fine, but you always hear about these women who get into the wrong car thinking it's their Uber, and then they're never seen again, or just something horrific, you know. And last night the Uber that I requested that was coming said it was a black Toyota Highlander, which is like an SUV. And when I went outside, there was like a lot going on because like the ambulance was there for the woman I told you about, and like there was a fire truck there because they always come together. And it was just kind of like a lot. And like I'm looking across the street and I see a black SUV on the other side of the road, and there's a man in it, and he's waving at me like this, like he's my Uber driver. But it was not a Toyota Highlander. It was like a Chevy or something. I really don't know, or a Cadillac. I don't know what it was. The front of the car though was not the Toyota symbol. And so I was like, kept like looking down at the app, and it said that my driver was like 0.2 miles away and still driving. And I'm like, okay, this is not him. And then magically, like he pulled up. It says your Uber driver is arriving, and he just all of a sudden was like in front of me right there, like appeared, because there's like three, it's a one-way street where I was, and there's like 3 lanes, and so the ambulance and the truck are in the lane next to me on the curb, and then this man that was like motioning for me was like on the other side of the street. And then between these two things, like my Uber driver just like pops up, and I saw his face, and it looked just like his picture, and it's a black Toyota Highlander, and everything matched. So I was like, okay, so I got in, but like I couldn't help shake the feeling like, oh my god, what if like I was so distracted by all the lights and everything going on, and just, it was, I don't know, this big city, and it's just like a lot. Like what if I had just walked over there and got into that car, say, oh, black SUV. I'm so thankful that I pay attention to these details like this. And it just, I mean, it could have been an honest mistake. He could have been an Uber driver there for someone else thinking it's me, because maybe it was the woman who fell down the stairs. In a way, sort of looks like me. She has long brown hair and like black glasses like this, so it's possible that I look like her photo that she might have on like an Uber app. I don't know. So like you might have thought, oh, she's finally come out, but really, you know. But anyway, I don't know. I will never really know what that really meant. But I thought about, you know, all those bad situations that happen, and it just, those two things just kind of sat on me a lot last night, and I went to bed. So anyway, I'm excited to start packing. I'm about to put my suitcase together and get dressed, and then I'm out of here, and I am gonna slowly make my way through my day and go home. Alright, here is the rental car. I got a Nissan Sentra this time. Very blue. Spacious back seat that I haven't used. This is how it looks. Ooh. Gotta climb down into it. And I've got my thing for driving there. This one has CarPlay, which I'll plug my phone into. So it says that it's gonna take 7 minutes to get there. Should probably hit start, right? There we go. Okay, it says 7 minutes to get there to the place where the conference is, and it's 8:04 in the morning. So that's kind of an early arrival, and people are just having like coffee and stuff from 8 to 9. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so I've got to put on my seatbelt, but it is 39 degrees out, and this car has 38,000 miles on it already. The tank is still pretty full. Not going to really have to put too much gas in it. Not bad, but will you fit here in my Arca Swiss? Oh, well, you're kind of tilted down when I do that. But anyway, I'll scooch down. So yesterday I took an Uber to the place and back, and with tip it was $50. And then parking at Millennium Park Garage, which included like a whole block and a half of walking or something like that, a block of walking, $51. But I've just looked up on my phone this morning that the valet parking for the entire day at the actual University Club is only $40. So that ended up being cheaper of all my options. Didn't know that, but so I'm gonna do that this morning. So when it says it'll take me 7 minutes to get there, and I think it'll be more like 10 minutes, but when I get there, I'm getting right out at the curb because I'm gonna do the valet today. I don't feel like walking a block from Millennium Parking Garage. So, and it's cheaper, which my company is paying for it, but still, if I know that it's cheaper, I'd rather choose that. Plus I don't have to walk. So yeah, I will try to get some shots of the city as we're driving in today, and then I will see you later. I am so excited to go home. I can't wait to go home tonight. So, alrighty, see you later.